Welcome back to the channel. It's a nice bright sunshiny day. It's supposed to be like 85 today. We're going to dismantle this deck today and reassemble it. We're going to rebuild it with new parts I got off of Amazon, and I actually made the mistake. Let me zoom out. Another mistake. Actually made the mistake and bought the cheap pillars, and they don't have the greasing tube, so we're going to have to grease those before we install them, so they're full of grease. Just wanted to show you, I pressure washed the deck. I need to re-pressure wash it because I'm going to put some undercoating on here, and it kind of got rusty anyway. I'm going to sand that off and spray it with some bed liner. Just wanted you to hear the bearings here. Yeah, so they're shot. I've gone ahead, and because I knew it would be a bear, and I've taken the liberty of loosening the pulley bolts. These bolts here. I haven't done anything else other than loosen them. I'm going to have to beat these pulleys off anyway. Well, no, they're going to slide off on me. But we're going to take those pulleys off, and then we're going to take these bolts out here. This is a 23 millimeter, just so you know, and these are 13 millimeter. And we're going to take those loose. I've gone ahead and hit them with PB Blaster so that they're loose. I sprayed them on the back here. That's why there's oil everywhere. But once we get it dismantled, I'll re-pressure wash it, and then we'll put some bed liner on the back of it after it dries out. But I gotta get that oil off of there first. Anyway, let's get to disassembly.
I'm going to take the belt off. And then we're going to take the nut off again. This is a 23 millimeter. And the best thing to do to get that to break loose is stick a screwdriver through one of these holes back here. I'll show you that in a second. Let's see. Take the brake off, pull the pulley off. Alright, let me show you. See right here, we have these holes. There's one here, there's one here, there's one down here, one there. You can see that, right? There's one back there. Anyway, just stick a screwdriver through there, either through this way or the other way, to hold the blades still. The blades are still on. These are going to go through the bottom, so I didn't take the blades off. So you can actually brace the blade and get the leverage you need to break the bolt and nut loose. I'm going to put that nut back on there for right now so I don't lose it. Use my impact wrench to try to break these bolts loose.
Not going to work. I'm going to have to get my ratchet.
The socket that fits the blade on the other side is a 5/8, just so you know. Broke off. It's okay. The new ones came with new bolts. Thank the Lord. Yep, that you have to go to the hardware store. I don't know about yours. Mine came with new bolts. Okay, let's switch back to the impact. I'll mute this so you don't have to hear the loud noise.
It falls right out. Just going to leave that right there. It's bolted to here, so no need to move it. The other side's the same way, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that without explanation. All of them broke off. Out goes the pillar. Alright, the pillars are off. I'm going to pressure wash this again and set up to do the undercoating, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're going to use some Rust-Oleum truck bed liner. Just spray it on. I also have a gallon in case this doesn't work. This is kind of old. I can brush it on with the gallon. But we're going to line the bottom of this. You can see where there's some sticky stuff right there. And that might have been the stuff they were talking about was armor plating. So let's see what this will do. Okay. So get up under here. protect it. Yeah, it don't look too good. It's runny, but you know what? It's under this deck, and it's for protection, so I'm not too worried about it. Make sure I get a good coating because I don't want it to rust out. If it rusts out, it's gone. As long as it stays solid, then I can rebuild it. That's the main thing. So we're going to let this dry for an hour or so, and we'll come back and we'll put the parts back on it, and I'll show you what I got. Okay, this is what we got in our deal. We got the 2 pillars, 2 blades, 2 pulleys, and a new belt. I did notice that the old pulley has 4 bolts and this has 3 bolts, and I thought, well, I'm going to have to take it back. But then I noticed here on the deck there's also a pattern for 3 bolts. So it'll allow us to bolt this up to a 3-bolt pattern. But it's going to leave our bracket here loose, so I'm going to have to put a bolt through that. And our belt guides are probably going to have an extra bolt through them. So we're going to see how that goes. Now, I'll show you what else I've done. These didn't have a greasing tube, so what I did was I knocked the shaft out the bottom, took the top bearing and the bottom bearing out, and I pulled the seal. There's a black seal. You can see one right there. I pulled it off the inside part on top and the bottom bearing. Then I filled that compartment with grease, so it'll always have grease. And I'll put it this way, if they wear out before that grease is gone, they have lasted a long time. That's a lot of grease in there. I did both of them that way. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see how these mount up and take it from there. And I did think about mounting the shaft in the old shaft, but I'd broken off the bolt, so I changed my mind about that. That would have worked as well. The bearings would have fit right in there. Somebody asked me what size bearings. I'm like, I have no clue. Alright, then we're going to take this nut off. There's a washer. I'm going to guess that washer needs to be on there. Let me look at the old one. Yeah, the washer's supposed to be under. You'll line that pulley up and it has splines on it, so, and these are generic splines, but hey, it slid right on there. Maybe it's the grease, I don't know. And we'll have to tighten this up with the, you know what? There's a space there. I'm not sure. Look at that nut. Look at the nut is hollow on the inside. You can see it's hollow on the inside, so it should snug right up over the spline. So I'm just going to put that on there temporarily. The blades came with new bolts as well, so we're going to use those. All right. And it's got like a daisy on the inside, so you can fit the blade to it like that. And you have a lock washer and a flat washer. And this is a 5/8, which I left over there. I'll have to go get it in a second. I don't think the other ones had flat washers and all that. Nope, just a, yeah, it did. It did. Okay. All right. sure they don't hit. You see how quiet they are? Nice and quiet. That's the way it should be. I'd like to have a Milwaukee impact wrench. I think that would be awesome. Listen to that. Don't even hear it. The other ones are just like wah, 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 wah. Yeah. Nice and quiet. Nice and tight, don't wobble. Okay. Now we can flip it up and put the belt on and tighten the top. Okay, I got the belt back on. And this is the way it's supposed to go. The belt's supposed to be in the back here like this and coming out the front. That's the front of the mower. I started out thinking this was the front of the mower, but that's the front of the mower. You want to go around both these pulleys towards the front of the mower. And then it goes around these two pulleys. That's the way it goes on. Now we're going to slide this back under the mower and hook it back up. You want to get it up underneath there, and we still need to hook this cable on. It's easier to do from the outside, so we're going to pull it to us. The way this went on there was it went through here like this, and it snaps into this hole right here. Let me get you closer so you can see. This bracket right here is fitting. Slide the cord down and push it in. It snaps in. Okay. And the spring goes in that hole there. But you know what? It's best to put the spring on before you hook up the bracket here. So we want to hook that. This goes from the bottom. Hook it on there. Pull the spring back. Stick it in there like that, and then that's hooked up. Okay. Alright, then slide it back up underneath there. I go to the other side, pull it over. Okay. Then we hook it back up in reverse from the other video. We're gonna put this in here, and then we're gonna put a pin through that washer and a pin. And the same right this here. This here is the level, the height adjustment. You need to pull this way some. Goes through like that. Then we have a bracket that goes up in here like this. Alright, let me get the pins and hook them up. Right here, we need to put a washer, and then we put our pin back through there like that. And then this one I don't think had a washer, so we'll stick our pin back through. That one had a washer, so we put a washer on there, and then a pin like that. Now we go to the other side and hook it up the same way. Alright, we have this here height adjustment here. Doesn't quite line up. Pull it back a little bit. Hook it up. Washer goes on there. And a pin. And then we got this bracket goes on here. Looks like we need to go back some more. Get it on there. Put our pin in. Like that. And that should be everything except for the belt. Now the belt is a whole other story. Okay, this kit is not the same as the other one. I've got everything hooked up, the belt on, the belt around the pulley, but I had to go back to the old belt because the belt they sent was the wrong one. So, and I also got the wrong pulleys. But these here pillars line up, so I'm going with that. And I'll contact them and let them know that their kit did not fit my mower as described. So we're going to give it a try as it sits and make sure everything works. Okay, it cranks, it cuts, it goes, doesn't squeal. So I'm going to say the job is a success. It works. Got some wrong parts. We worked through it. Still got issues with the mower shaking. So my advice to those of you looking for a new riding mower, don't buy a Husqvarna. And Husqvarna, if you want to reach out to me and talk to me about it, let's go. I'm here. All right, on that note, you guys have an awesome day. Don't forget to hit that like button. And I noticed a lot of you aren't subscribed to watch my channel. How about hit that button and subscribe? It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps me out. Also share with your friends so everybody can see all the hard work I put into these videos. Y'all have an awesome day.